The rain fell steadily that evening as Olivia Walker stepped off the bus and stared up at the massive gates of the Langston estate. Her heart beat like a war drum, not from awe but rage, fury that had been simmering since the day her family lost everything. The Langstons had been part of that destruction. Her father's business was crushed under the weight of their competitor, Daniel Langston, a ruthless tycoon who had no idea the cost of what he'd done. Olivia had watched her once strong father wither under pressure, and her mother's eyes lose their spark. So she came here, not for opportunity, but for revenge. And she was ready to do whatever it took. She had managed to get a job as a live-in maid through a friend who knew someone on the inside. She planned everything for months. Study the house, learn the routines, get close enough to the Langstons, and when the moment came, she would shatter them the way they shattered her father's dreams. But nothing in her plan prepared her for Evelyn Langston. Evelyn was not what Olivia expected. When she arrived, Olivia assumed she'd meet a cold, pampered socialite with diamond-studded heels and a sharp tongue. Instead, Evelyn greeted her at the front door personally, dressed in a simple blue sweater and jeans, her blonde hair tied back, and a warm smile on her face. "You must be Olivia," Evelyn said gently. "Welcome to our home. Coming out of the rain, sweetheart." The warmth in her voice disarmed Olivia. She didn't smile back but muttered a thanks and followed inside, soaked and shivering. Evelyn didn't scold her or delegate her off. She personally fetched a towel, guided her to the kitchen, and offered her hot cocoa. "I remember how scary it was my first time away from home," Evelyn said softly. "It's okay if you feel a little lost." That night, as Olivia lay in her small but comfortable room, she replayed Evelyn's kindness over and over. It shook her. This woman wasn't supposed to be kind. She was supposed to be one of them, the enemy. The next few days were uneventful, with Olivia sticking to her duties. Cleaning, dusting, organizing. She observed the household quietly, gathering information. Daniel Langston was rarely home, busy with his empire. When he was polite, though distant. It was Evelyn who was always present, thanking staff, helping the gardener, baking cookies for the housekeepers. She ran the mansion not like a queen ruling over peasants, but like a mother caring for a chaotic, extended family. Olivia tried to stay focused. But each time Evelyn would ask if she wanted to join them for dinner, or offer her a piece of her famous apple pie, Olivia's defenses began to weaken. Her plan started to feel more like a shadow. One evening, Olivia was dusting the bookshelf in the library when Evelyn walked in with 2 cups of tea. "Thought you might need a break," she said, placing one of the cups beside Olivia. Olivia hesitated. "You don't have to be nice to me." Evelyn tilted her head, amused. "Maybe not. But I want to be. Do you want to talk about it?" "Talk about what?" "Whatever pain you're carrying. You wear it like armor." Olivia stared at her, heart racing. She wanted to scream, to accuse her of everything, of being married to the man who destroyed her father. But instead, she looked away. "You wouldn't understand." Evelyn sat on the couch, sipping her tea. "Try me." That night, Olivia didn't reveal her full truth, but she shared enough. That she came from a family who lost everything. That she didn't trust people easily. That she had been angry for a long time. And Evelyn didn't pry. She just listened. Over the next weeks, Evelyn and Olivia formed a fragile bond. Evelyn began teaching her things outside of housework, like gardening, baking, and even literature. They'd sit in the garden and read together. Olivia found herself laughing for the first time in years. The woman who was supposed to be her enemy had become a friend, a mother figure she never expected. But her revenge plan loomed like a ghost in the background. Olivia's guilt grew with every passing day. One rainy afternoon, as the thunderstorm raged outside, Olivia was cleaning Daniel's home office when she found a folder on the desk. She hadn't snooped since arriving, not seriously, but temptation got the better of her. She opened the folder and found files, old business transactions, mergers, and acquisitions. Her father's company name leapt off the page. Her heart stopped. She scanned through the documents, feeling sick. But what shocked her most was a handwritten note clipped to the top page. Daniel had offered her father a bailout, a private settlement, urging him to accept before things spiraled. Her father had refused. Tears blurred her vision. She had hated the Langstons for so long, certain they crushed her father. But now, for the first time, she saw the truth. Her father's pride played a part in their downfall. Olivia backed away from the desk, overwhelmed. That night, she didn't sleep. The next morning, she found Evelyn in the garden, humming as she trimmed roses. Olivia stood behind her, fists clenched. "I came here to ruin your family," she said shakily. Evelyn paused, lowering the shears slowly. "What?" "My father, he lost everything. I blamed your husband. I thought if I got close enough, I could. I don't know. Hurt you. Make you feel what I felt." Evelyn turned around, calm but solemn. "And now, I don't know what to feel," Olivia whispered. "You changed everything. You were never cruel. You were the first person in years who made me feel safe. And I hate that I don't hate you." Evelyn stepped forward and took Olivia's hand. "I don't hate you either. You were in pain. People do desperate things when they're hurt. But you didn't hurt us. You helped this house breathe again. But what I did, what you wanted to do," Evelyn corrected, "is not who you are now." Olivia wept in her arms that morning. And Evelyn held her like a daughter. From that day on, everything changed. Olivia no longer carried her burden alone. She shared more of her past with Evelyn, and Evelyn, in turn, helped her find ways to start over. Daniel even offered to fund her college education after hearing her story. He apologized, not for her father's choices, but for not doing more to help back then. Olivia accepted, humbled. Months passed. Olivia grew into someone new. Someone healed. Evelyn was still the center of her transformation. She had taken Olivia's hatred and turned it into love. Not romantic, but powerful nonetheless. It was love that changed Olivia's story. Love that rewrote the ending she thought was already decided. Years later, Olivia stood at the altar in a beautiful garden behind the Langston estate. She had invited Evelyn to be the one who walked her down the aisle. As she held Evelyn's hand before the music began, she whispered, "You saved me." Evelyn smiled through tears. "No, sweetheart. You saved yourself. I just loved you through it." And as Olivia walked toward the man she loved, she left behind the revenge-driven girl who had arrived in the rain and embraced the future that love, unexpected and unplanned, had offered her.